Hey guys, Slumfan92 here again today with episode number 2 of Road to Million. First of all, a quick thanks for your support on the first episode of this series. Was actually very well received, got a lot of good comments and likes as well, and you seem to enjoy the fact that I now do a trading only series once again, which is kind of one of the main things on my channel that's always been going around. So I really appreciate that. As you can see on the screen right now, I started trading with some informed players, but then soon realized that only trading informed players one by one just isn't fast enough to build up my coin total in this series. So I eventually went back to trading informed players, and then alongside that bidding on some silver players once again. And as I said in the last episode, one of the biggest advantages of this method is actually that you can get very lucky on some of the deals, and you can make amazing profit on a single player, as you will be able to see in a couple of seconds. You got Overtom as well, and then this Jeparov, I hope that's pronounced correctly. And then I got this Özbilic here, upgraded version. This is, nobody paid attention to him, got him for 250 coins, and he actually sold for 6,000 coins. So over 5,000 coins profit there on just one player. Basically almost no effort put in, just threw a bid on him and I got him. I was actually very surprised when I checked his price on the market, because of course I didn't know about him earlier. I didn't know he had an upgraded version, and so probably no one else did. And that was actually very lucky for me. But once again, this stuff can happen very easily in this method for you guys. And if you can sell some of these players for over 2,000 coins, that's just amazing, basically making a lot of profit from basically nothing and not too much effort put in there as well. What I asked you guys in the last episode though was actually what you would like me to talk about in these videos, and I got a lot of mixed reviews on that, and that is actually great for me, to be honest, because then I can kind of vary the topics I talk about in this series. For example, some of you wanted me to talk about trading, others of you wanted me to talk about real life stuff, real life football stuff in general, and then also some of you asked if I could do some Twitter question rounds, which is of course something I could definitely do for this series. And actually, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link will be in the description below. If I do some of these kind of question rounds, I will of course announce them on Twitter as well, and then ask you for some questions on there. Actually, what I wanted to talk about in this episode very quickly is the Champions League. Of course, as you know, probably all of you, I'm a Bayern Munich fan, or Bayern München I should call them, and I'm very happy that they actually won in the Champions League against Arsenal. Didn't get to watch the match apart from the last 20 minutes, I think, because I had real life football myself as well, so that was a bit of a bummer. But anyways, very good match. It seems to have been, I heard that Bayern dominated most of the first half, and then Arsenal actually got a kind of a lucky goal. Not a lucky goal in the sense that they didn't deserve the goal, but I think the corner that led to the goal wasn't a corner, so that was a bit of a bummer. But anyways, a bit of a misunderstanding there by Neuer and Schweinsteiger to kind of concede that goal by Podolski. Looked actually very funny when I watched it back in the highlights for this match. And then of course the third goal for Bayern was very lucky as well, Mandzukic scoring there. So 3-1 victory in this match was actually very good for Bayern, because now they can play at home in the Allianz Arena and basically seal the deal there, because I can't see them concede more than one goal there, or I can't see them concede at all there. Actually, I had kind of a deal on Twitter that if Bayern had lost, I would have given 100,000 coins to a follower of mine. So that was kind of crazy, but I was very confident in Bayern that they would win the match against Arsenal. And then another Champions League match that has been, very exciting for a lot of people is of course the Barcelona versus AC Milan match. Milan grabbing the 2-0 victory there, and that was just quite impressive, to be honest, because not many teams can beat Barcelona in the first place, and then I think Barcelona didn't have too many shots or even chances on goal, so that was kind of ridiculous to see that a team was able to do that. Of course, just by defending mainly, but basically that's more or less the only way you can play against Barcelona these days, so not really blaming Milan for playing like that. But I think the match between Barcelona and Milan is far from over, because in the second leg of this matchup, they will play at the Nou Camp. It will be a totally different match, and if Milan can't really play as well as they did in the first match, I still think Barcelona will advance in this round. Anyways, if Milan is able to kind of counter them in their own stadium, I think they will be able to grab a win there as well, maybe a lucky 1-0 win or something like that. And that would be actually kind of crazy to see Barcelona being kicked out that early of the tournament, which is of course a possibility, and basically everything can happen in football, which is of course one of the best things about the game. So what I'd actually like to know from you guys down in the comment section below is, first of all, if you think Barcelona or Milan will proceed to the next round, and second of all, who do you think will win the Champions League after all in the end? Of course, I always hope that Bayern München will win the Champions League. Not too sure on that. I hope they don't come up against Dortmund in a later stage, because Dortmund knows really well how to play against Bayern, and it will be a very, very tough match. But I still can see Bayern progress very far, and it's of course very nice if all three German teams could proceed to the next round. I see that being kind of likely in this year's Champions League. Anyways, we are now already at over 50,000 coins, as you can see in the top right hand corner, which is actually very nice, and this is going to bring this episode to a close. So as always guys, a like is greatly appreciated if you did indeed enjoy this video. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you later.